So yesterday I went to see the Minecraft movie and it's
Flint and steel.
Interesting.
Chicken jockey.
First I'll barf out my thoughts in regards to the movie and the experience I had at the cinema, which was wild by the way, without delving into significant plot spoilers, but if you only care about that then just skip to that timestamp below. The Minecraft movie used to be a campfire story. A fairy tale for the kids before sleep. It used to be a whisper from elder to youngling for time and time again, till it happened. I remember a couple of years back when Jason Momoa was announced to star in the movie and I thought it was the biggest shitpost ever, but then I checked and it was the real discussing film account on Twitter and my mind was blown. I was like, what are they doing with this movie? Since then I've grown more accustomed to these Hollywood pics. We then got Jack Black announced for the movie as Steve and the whole ordeal with the Mario movie.
First, of course, is Mario, who will be played by Chris Pratt.
So yeah, they don't faze me anymore, they're just funny. Let's now talk about the movie. I unironically had a great time. I was with my brother and a friend and I'm pretty sure I had the most fun. My brother also enjoyed it to some degree, but at certain moments he pulled a thinker remote along with what the fuck am I watching? But my friend just gave up. He started playing a Tetris knockoff on his phone. He was fully gone. I expected this movie to be fully stereotypical, like I saw people memeing a couple of months ago about what if the movie was filled with lines like, you do that, and Creeper, you be Creeper. Together we are Minecraft. And I would have been totally fine with the movie being just that. If they had went fully down that route, I would have respected it. And it would have been funny as fuck. It was kind of a balance, but near the end of the movie, Jack Black pulled out what I was hoping for. It was along the lines of, first we'll mine, then we'll craft, let's Minecraft. It was beautiful. I almost shed a tear. That's what I paid the ticket for. The actors worked well together. There was even an occasional swear line. A character said, what the hell? Like, oh, they are naughty. Are we allowed to do this? It's Minecraft movie. And there were so many baited F-bombs. The kid character said, what the? So many times, they were edging the F-bomb. There was also Technoblade homage. There was a pig with a crown and the kid asked, what is he, some sort of a king? And Jack Black replied, no, he's a legend. Which like, bravo movie. That stuff wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place until Sebastian Hansen, the actor for Henry, the kid in the movie, brought that to the studio and told them to have a scene in honor of Techno. That kid is an absolute legend. A round of applause for him. I love how the movie looks. I think it was gorgeous. I don't understand why people are complaining about how they did the live action stuff. Maybe they wanted it animated. I personally am the biggest sucker for live action adaptations, so it was perfect for me. They made the overworld feel so alive. I like how they made the spider jockey the common way spiders are used, because I think it would have been too much for kids to see live action spiders just jump and try to attack the cast. This ain't Hobbit, man, that's all I'm saying. The monsters looked flawless, the items. I love how Jack Black regurgitated Minecraft knowledge because the movie was very faithful to the video game. It even acknowledged the fact that the days are only about 20 minutes long. I love that. But now, let's talk about my experience at the cinema, because it was pretty interesting. The hall was full of kids as you'd expect, and the kid that was sat on the right of me talked to his mom for like 2 minutes before the movie began, and I'm not lying, he said chicken jockey like 15 times in that conversation. Bro was using it as a comma. That kid, for the whole movie, every time a sequence appeared that was in a trailer, he said it perfectly along with the characters on screen. It was eerily creepy, to put it like that. Bro probably watched every trailer like 50 times. He did that on sequences that I had no idea were even in trailers. Bro got premium content shown from Warner Bros. He was a test audience member. That other part that scared the shit out of me was when Jack Black said, I am Steve.
I am Steve.
The whole room said it along with him, bit by bit, and then they just all clapped for 5 seconds straight. I'm not even kidding. They were giving Jack Black a standing ovation like half an hour into the movie, and I was left staring at everyone, not understanding what I had just experienced. My TikTok For You page was filled with everything about the Minecraft movie, from trailers to memes for the past month. And nowhere had I seen someone saying that as a joke, everyone needs to clap when Jack Black says I am Steve. So it caught me so off guard. And it was so synchronized, like I felt I was in the middle of a cult meeting. After that I had no clue what they were going to do for the chicken jockey scene, which was an even bigger meme. Unbeknownst to me, they might have brought the goat out to kill it and drink its blood. I had no clue, so I was left there waiting and they just clapped again. As well for about 5 seconds. Still eerily coordinated. Thankfully they didn't start throwing popcorn everywhere like I've seen countless dickheads do in America. I've seen clips of full-ass grown men throwing popcorn everywhere. Like brothers, find shame, please. At the end of the movie they all gave like a 10-second standing ovation, which at least shows they had fun. I can remember the last time I saw a standing ovation at the cinema. Maybe at Spider-Man Cross the Spider-Verse, but I'm not sure. As I was leaving I spotted one girl who had DIY name tag above her head like Minecraft character. And first, I thought, man, that's so creative and cool. And second, I would never have the balls to wear that in public. Props to you. But now, I think I ran out of stuff to say without delving into proper spoilers. So, this movie had a very Jumanji-like feel to it. You have this guy that went to a video game dimension where he got trapped, then time and time later, a group of people managed to enter that same world, and the guy from before shows up kicking ass and helping them get back home. In the process, defeating a villain that wants to take control of said video game world. It's your basic video game movie plot, and I have nothing against it. I think it works. Some people might want a more serious adaptation, like Minecraft Story Mode, but when you make a movie of of this magnitude in popularity, I think keeping it more friendly surface level is better for it, because main target demographic is 10-year-old kids that spend 5 hours on TikTok or YouTube Shorts every day. The main villains are the piglins. They are ruled by Małgosia, who has turned evil because of something in her past. Because it's a kid movie, so you can't have a villain that's just evil for the sake of it, because that would be too scary. She lost in the Nether's Got Talent competition, an obvious nod to the real world thing, and since then she had despised creativity. A main villain hating something that our protagonists are all about? Classic. The beginning of the movie shows us a very dopamine-filled intro with Jack Black being scared away from the mines by this old guy even though he yearned for them. I'm so glad they included this meme. This movie feels like a fever dream at times. He then returned as an adult and mined until he found this Tesseract-ass cube which opened up a portal to the overworld, where he spent his life building as such, expressing his creativity before he entered the Nether, where the piglins kidnapped him. But he sent out his dog, Dennis, to hide away the Tesseract in the real world so Małgosia couldn't get her hands on it and use it to rule over the overworld. That doesn't sound right. To rule the overworld. Dennis hid it under Steve's real-life house bed, and since then time has passed. We don't know how much, but it has, and the reaction now begins. Henry and Natalie are brother and sister who are moving away after the mother unfortunately passed. They meet with Don, the landlord, who's the most wholesome landlord I've ever seen in my life. From there, Henry goes to school where he gets bullied for his creativity, and yeah, you can already sense the direction this movie is heading in. Henry is very creative with a skill for drawing and building a whole freaking jetpack. Was this kid born in a lab? He met to Jason Momoa, aka the Garbage Man, because he was Gamer of the Year in the 90s, and he dragged that title more than Ninja did the Lotte Perfect meme. Jason got the Tesseract from a deposit auction, which makes you wonder how much time had passed with Jack Black just being kept in the Nether prison, but okay. Henry picks it up and it guides them to the mines, where they meet up with Natalie and Don, and they'll go into the portal to have wonderful adventures. They get run around by monsters, find Steve, go to a village, and split up because Jason Momoa is broke, and Steve promised him treasures, so they go to a mountain to get diamonds, where they get interrupted by a piglin beast, set by Małgosia, and they almost die, because their getaway minecart was out of speed and they were out of reach to the next redstone rail. It's the small details and consistency with the actual game that makes me love this movie. Their main goal is to find a new holder for the Tesseract, because the first one broke in their first altercation with mobs, and without it the portal doesn't work, and the only place they can find one is in a woodland mansion. That was a crazy pull. I couldn't believe what I had just heard in the cinema for the first time. Them pulling out of nowhere the fucking woodland mansion as an important location was crazy. It just shows how dedicated the people behind this were. Jack Black, Jason Momoa and Henry arrive there where the chicken jockey stuff is. They get a holder for the Tesseract, but no, the villain has got them cornered on a bridge. And no, Jason heroically dies trying to be a better person after shitting on Steve for not being cool for like half the movie. And no, Małgosia gets a hold of the Tesseract and lets her army in the overworld by making the sky night all the time. Your basic children's movie halfway point. They gear up to fight her and Jason comes to save the day. Oh my god, who'd have thought he was still alive? He survived by jumping off the bridge and pulling the water bucket trick. I fucking love this movie. They save the day and Steve comes along to the real world where he and Jason Momoa rock out and have a hell of a time living life. This was the Minecraft movie. As I'm sure y'all already are bored by the 5 minutes of trailer sequences I keep repeating over and over, I'm not gonna hold y'all even more. You're dismissed. At the end of the day, it's a kids movie. All that matters is if the kids had fun, and judging by the cinema experience I had, I can say they were absolutely thrilled. As I told y'all, they pulled up 10-second state innovation. I'm sure they loved it. I had a ton of fun with it, and it brought so much joy to the inner child in me who had been waiting for this movie for longer than a decade. If I had to rate it, wait, what rating system should I use? I'd rate it 3.5 golden apples out of 5. There were beats that were too much for me in terms of cringiness, and the intro was a bit too dopamine filled for me, but the visuals cared. I love how old the Minecraft stuff looked. But no, yeah, actually make it 4 golden apples. I completely had forgotten that Jack Black had a lava chicken song that, just like Peaches, absolutely banged.
La 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 lava.